With the current situation, it's tough to get by. Any advice on coping strategies?
Focus on what you can control and take small steps to improve your situation.
Do you want to improve your English? If so, join us on this channel, where 5,000 plus words and phrases await you to improve your English. Now, let's start today's lesson. Expression 1. Break in. Break in can mean forcefully entering a space or gradually adapting something until it's comfortable.
There have been reports of a break-in at the office. We need to enhance security. I agree. We should consider installing surveillance cameras.
I heard about the break-in at the warehouse. Do you want me to notify the authorities?
Yes, please. Also, ensure that the security system is updated.
You mentioned the recent break-in attempts. Do you want me to check the perimeter?
That would be helpful. Ensure all access points are secure.
The new software has a learning curve. We'll break in gradually.
Let's schedule training sessions. The communication system is challenging initially. We'll break it in gradually.
We should arrange workshops for familiarity.
Please don't forget to subscribe for more English lessons. Expression 2. Draw up. Draw up refers to creating or preparing a plan, document, or agreement, typically in writing.
We need a comprehensive plan for the project. Can you draw up a detailed proposal? Certainly. I'll work on outlining the key elements and milestones. The team is eager for a new initiative. Can you draw up a proposal to present to them?
Of course. I'll create a document outlining the project's goals and benefits. You mentioned restructuring the budget. Can you draw up a revised financial plan?
Absolutely. I'll analyze the current budget and propose necessary adjustments.
There's a need for a policy update. Can you draw up a draft for the team to review?
Certainly. I'll ensure it aligns with the current needs and regulations. We're considering a partnership. Can you draw up a memorandum of understanding?
Yes, I'll draft a document outlining the terms and conditions for our collaboration.
Expression 3. Figure out. Figure out means solving a problem or understanding something by thinking about it.
I can't figure out how to solve this math problem.
What's wrong? Let's work on it together.
The new software is confusing. Can you help me figure out how to use it?
Sure, let's go through the features step by step.
I'm trying to figure out why the system crashed. Any ideas?
Let me check the logs. We'll figure out the root cause.
I can't figure out why the numbers don't match. Can you review the calculations?
Absolutely. I'll double-check and figure out where the discrepancy is.
We need to figure out a solution to the scheduling conflict. Any suggestions?
Let's discuss options and figure out the best way to rearrange the plans.
How do you like the lessons so far? Please share your thoughts on today's class in the comments section. Expression 4. Get by. Get by means to manage or survive, often with limited resources or in challenging circumstances.
The workload is overwhelming. How do you manage to get by without feeling stressed?
Let's see. Well, I prioritize tasks and break them down into manageable steps.
With the current situation, it's tough to get by. Any advice on coping strategies?
Focus on what you can control and take small steps to improve your situation.
I'm struggling to get by with the new software. Can you show me some shortcuts?
Sure, let me demonstrate a few tricks to make your workflow smoother.
Balancing work and personal life is tough. How do you get by without burnout?
I set boundaries, prioritize self-care, and make time for activities I enjoy. Managing expenses can be tricky. How do you get by without overspending?
I create a budget, track my spending, and prioritize essential expenses.
Expression 5. Get in. Get in can refer to entering a vehicle, building, or event, or successfully contacting or reaching someone.
We've arrived at the concert venue. How do we get in without waiting in line?
Let's check if there's a separate entrance for ticket holders.
The car is parked and we need to get in quickly. Any shortcuts to the entrance?
There's a side entrance that's usually less crowded. Let's head that way.
We're at the airport and we need to get in for the flight. Where's the check-in counter?
Follow the signs, it should lead us to the check-in area. The meeting is about to start. How do we get into the conference room without disrupting?
Let's enter quietly from the back to minimize disruption.
We've reached the museum. How do we get in without waiting in the long queue?
I purchased tickets online. There's a separate line for pre-booked tickets, let's use that. Expression 6. Get off. Get off means to disembark from a vehicle or to avoid a punishment or negative situation.
We're approaching the station. When do we need to get off the bus?
The next stop is ours. Let's get off there.
The train will be stopping soon. Where do we need to get off for the museum?
The museum stop is 2 stations from here. We'll get off there.
We're on the ferry, and I forget where we need to get off for the restaurant.
You get off at the harbor. It's a short walk from there.
The taxi is approaching our destination. Where should we get off?
Let's get off at the corner, it's closer to the restaurant.
Okay, we're on the elevator. When do we need to get off for the rooftop garden?
The rooftop garden is on the 5th floor. We'll get off there.
Expression 7. Get on. Get on can refer to boarding a vehicle or making progress in an activity or relationship.
The train is arriving. When do we need to get on for our stop?
Our stop is the 3rd one. Let's get on when the doors open.
The bus is pulling over. Where should we get on to the shopping district?
The shopping district stop is the next one. Let's get on there.
The boat is ready to depart. When do we need to get on for the island tour?
We'll get on at the dock. It's the starting point for the tour.
The plane is boarding. When do we need to get on for our flight?
Our boarding group is called. Let's get on now. The tour bus is waiting. Where should we get on for the city sightseeing tour?
The city tour starts at the central station. We'll get on there. Expression 8. Turn on. Turn on is the opposite, indicating the action of switching something on or activating it.
How do I turn on the projector for the presentation?
There's a button on the side. Press it, and the projector will turn on.
Can you turn on the lights before we start the meeting?
Sure, I'll make sure to turn on the lights before the meeting.
Can you turn the air conditioning on? It's getting warm in here.
Of course, I'll turn on the air conditioning to cool down the room.
The TV is connected, but how do I turn it on for the video conference?
Look for the remote control. You can use it to turn on the TV. The sound system is set up. Can you turn it on before the event starts?
Certainly. I'll turn on the sound system to check the audio levels.
Expression 9. Turn off. Turn off refers to switching something off, like a light or a device.
The presentation is over. Can you turn off the projector to save energy?
Sure, I'll press the power button to turn off the projector.
The meeting is finished. Can you turn off the lights as we leave the room?
Absolutely, I'll switch off the lights on my way out.
The room is empty now. Can you turn off the air conditioning to save power?
Yes, I'll turn off the air conditioning since no one is in the room.
The video conference is done. Can you turn off the TV to conserve electricity?
Certainly, I'll use the remote to turn off the TV now.
The event has concluded. Can you turn off the sound system before we leave?
Of course, I'll power down the sound system to wrap things up.
Expression 10. Check-in. Check-in means to arrive and register at a hotel, airport, or other location, providing necessary information.
We've reached the hotel. How do we check in for our reservation?
Please head to the reception desk. They'll assist with the check-in process.
We're at the airport hotel. Can you check in while I handle the luggage?
Sure, I'll go to the front desk and complete the check-in for both of us.
We booked the Airbnb. How do we check in without a traditional reception?
The host left instructions. Let's follow them for a smooth check-in.
We've arrived at the resort. Where can we check in for our vacation package?
The check-in counter is in the lobby. Let's head there to get started.
We're at the conference hotel. Can you check in while I grab our conference materials?
Certainly, I'll handle the check-in process, and you can get the materials.
Superb! Well, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.